Today is the 8th day of Navaratri, and it's a great day for Sahaja Yogis because it is the most important time period. That is the 7th center we have crossed, and we are on the 8th center. We need not think about the goddess, what she did on the 8th day. We have to think today what we have to do within ourselves. After crossing the 7th day, after crossing the 7th chakra, that is the real ascent in your spiritual ascent. What are we to do on the 8th one? It's so sahaj that today should be the Ashtami, because that is the day the goddess killed so many evildoers and devils and rakshasas. She did it on her own, alone. Now these evil forces are manifesting in human beings. They have spread out. They are within us. So we all have to fight those forces within us. The war is within ourselves. Is not without. First, when you ascend the 7th chakra and you are on the 8th step, you have to remember first you have to fight those forces within ourselves. You are all very intelligent people, bit too intelligent sometimes. So whatever I say, you may twist it. I may try to use it in your own intelligence. But it is not in your well-being. It's not for your hita, for your good. You want to use it because you think you are intelligent, or maybe that you don't know that you are using it that way. And that is what one has to know, that these forces are acting within us. They act through our intelligence, they act through our emotions, and they act through our physical being. So we have to be very careful. When you ascend into Sahaja Yoga, we have to be very careful with our intelligence, because intelligence has capacity to cheat itself, and it will cheat us. It is against us, our own wealth, against our own powers. So we have to be alert and see for ourselves. So as soon as you enter onto the 8th step, you should start seeing at yourself. For example, when I say the mantra is, I am my own guru, immediately the intelligence comes forward to render its services freely. Oh, I am my own guru. Why should I listen to anyone? Why should I listen to any leader? Why should I listen to anybody who is elder, who understands Sahaja Yoga better? I am my own guru. The other way it is. Straightforward thing is that I am my own guru. I have to correct myself. I have to use this instrument of light to correct myself. Now the intelligence cheats again. Mother said that if you feel vibration, then it's all right. And I am feeling the vibrations, I am all right. Again cheating. You are cheating yourself. Why? What is the reason? The reason is very interesting. I have seen that ordinary human beings, in the West especially, are very much against themselves. Like, I'll give you an example. You tell somebody that if you have to go to the station, take this road and you go straight to the station. But immediately he'll say, But the problem is that how can I go straight? My back is towards the station. If I walk straight, I'll go in the opposite direction of the station. Such stupid things. But they say it all the time. Now if you tell them that you can sell your car better if you go to Germany, for example. But they say there's a problem. Maybe Germany, the Germans may start their war again. Maybe there is Hitler waiting for me to kill me. Any fantastic problem that you can never think of can come out of this modern brain. And you are amazed how this man is against himself all the time. The whole built-up is like that because before realization you are absolutely disintegrated. Your heart is against your brain and your brain is against your liver. After realization, this habit becomes even subtler. So now they use Sahaja Yoga to act against Sahaja Yoga itself. Sahaja is simple, is straightforward. They don't want to have it that way. They must always do it in such a way that it is absolutely asahaj. There was a fellow in my house who was suffering from left side problem. So I told him that you have to light a lamp and then take out your badhas every night. And we had a big drum of oil in the house. He did not eat any food, he did not sleep. He burnt all that oil within 1 week's time. He made all the blankets black, all the walls black, and he burnt all the curtains. When I came back, after 8 days, I said, what have you been doing? And he looked like a real booth. He said, I was driving out the booths. I said, now this is the limit. So he said, Mother, you told me. I said, thank God you did not take a beacon light to burn the whole house. So I have to be very careful when I talk to you. Whenever I tell you one thing, I tell you that the other side of it also immediately, because I don't want, if I tell you this side, then you go to the other side. So all this kind of crazy madness, stupidness I have seen. And today when I am going to talk to you about discipline, I must tell you, discipline has to be sahaj. Now, what does that mean? That is, first of all, face yourself. What I find that the Western mind, because of its ego, cannot discipline itself. If you tell them you have to discipline, they think I am creating a military out of you. In a way, it is a fight. It is a fight with yourself. But how will you fight if you have no disciplines? Now, if I say you have to get up in the morning, take your bath, and sit down for meditation. Such a way you have to tell yourself plainly, come along, now you have to get up tomorrow morning. In a such way, the way you turn your wheels in the car. So now, what you do is to, I think the whole night you don't sleep. Maybe, this could be one extreme, is not to sleep. And get up at 2 o'clock. Disturb the whole household. Fill your tub and fill the whole house with water. And sit down in that water and you get cold and sick. It is absurd. Why? Because you want to show off. Or maybe you want to hurt yourself. Both things are wrong. Whatever has to be done in the most pleasurable way. Either you will not wash the dirt or you will wash it such that all the cloth will be torn. But today as I see the people of France especially, the French Sahaja Yogis, I think the discipline is lacking. I am quite surprised at it. The first thing it hits is that you cannot manage within limited amount. It hits in on the money point. Like in the room there is light, nobody will see that it is put off. There is also a switch to be put off. It's a practical thing. I mean, one must know. And the light bill is going for nothing at all, going up. is irresponsibility, complete irresponsibility. That it is the money that will be spent is just a waste, and for us it is important to live within sensible means. First I will be dealing with the gross discipline. Now what happens that if somebody says why the light is on, immediately they become very abstract, say, oh, we are the light. Then you should not have lights at all. There's no need to have any light. Save all the electricity, you are the light, you are the sun. So you need not have any heating. That is the way things are funny. One must understand that on the gross points we have to be disciplined first and foremost. We are living in France, not on Himalayas. So when you live in France, we have to correct ourselves. Living in France. Now the second gross point is that there are many who are not working at all. It's a hippie style life. Or they work for 2 days or 3 days, and the rest of the time what do? They say we meditate. Means what? They sleep and snore, that's all. You don't need 24 hours to meditate. You must have jobs, all of you, regular jobs. So many ladies, I am told, don't take jobs. Once they marry, they say, let the husband do the job. It's very wrong. If you have a child, all right, for the time being. You all must work every day. There is no day for us when we can rest, really. God created this world in 6 days, and 7th day He rested. But the 8th day, what did He do? He started giving realization relentlessly, working hard. Could you believe at this age of mine, within last 2 months, how much I have traveled? Every night sleeping at 2 o'clock, getting up at about 5 o'clock. I went to America, came back from there, then throughout England. The whole month I was traveling from north to south, east to west. Next month, out to Switzerland, to Germany, then to Austria, Munich, then back to London, then to Italy, back to London, had a puja there, again back to France, again back to London. I have to change my house, pack up all the things, go back to India, go to Hong Kong, go to China, come back, then look after your ashrams in India, 6 days, again come back, and then to America. That's the thing your mother is doing at this age. But then they told us that it is 1 hour earlier, so we said, all right, 1 hour earlier, so we slept at 2:30. You have to make your body like that. You see that it should stand all kinds of discomforts. You know, in Sahaja Yoga, unemployment is not allowed. To take this money from the government is not allowed. You will be surprised in England. We have maximum unemployment in the whole world, but there is no Sahaja Yogi who is unemployed. Now you all must earn sufficiently enough to pay for your stay. Nobody should be a parasite. Now the young people who are not educated, who have no other job but that of a what you call the labor class, or you call we call it garbage cleaners, must take to some specialization, to some kind of a mastery. Otherwise people think that Sahaja Yoga is a group of beggars and unemployed and miserable people. But you see, when you become your own guru, you think that all the gurus don't work. You see, their disciples have to look after them. The guru sits down nicely in one place and the disciples, you see, look after. But not your guru. Your guru has to work very hard. So you have to be in the same pattern as your guru is. And to hear that nobody listens, you tell them anything, they don't want to do any work, they are lazy lumps, is very sad. Some people sometimes say that these are the set of lotus eaters or some sort of a set of beggars or lepers who are suffering from some horrible diseases, then I feel extremely insulted. You are my children. How people are going to have respect for you or for me if you have no discipline? For French, I would say they should take to mauna, means silence. Once they take out their lips, they go on like this, like a bird I've seen, all the time, chuck, 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 chuck. You should exchange with English, who never talk. You need a bump on the head to talk. You ask them 10 questions and they won't say anything. They'll just stare. These two extremes I can't understand. Now, it's better to keep quiet. Or it is difficult for us to say something pleasant to others. So the first mantra should be, Mother, teach us some nice things that we can say to others. What should I say nice tomorrow or today, let's say today, when I get up? What should I say? What would give peace to others? But not so. It's not never. The mind thinks now, in the morning, I'm going to start with a big spoon, hitting everyone. Get up, get up, get up, get up. The discipline has to come from within yourself. Nobody has to tell you. And when somebody tells you, feel hurt. So I don't know how to tell all this, that it goes into your heart and doesn't remain somewhere in the air. The discipline of within is like fragrance of flower. It gives you complete freedom and it gives freedom to others. See, I would say I have certain bad habits or good habits. Supposing I have a key, which is very gross thing, key. At any cost I will not put it here and there, I'll put it at the right place. So if the key is missing, I'm sure it is lost by somebody else and not by me. I'm sure about it, because I know myself very well. I cannot put it anywhere else. Are you sure about yourself? Because you are not disciplined, you are not sure. Like I ask somebody, how are you? The person says, French style. And Italian style? Confused. I'm confused. English. Now, what is that? Are you realized or not? They have been very kind, you see, to me. They think. Now the time is so short and you are going like this. What should I feel? So today is the day when your mother took out the sword to kill all the enemies. And you have to kill the greatest enemy within you, the indiscipline and irresponsibility. Funny ideas people use to justify their stupidity and their indiscipline. I know of a Sahaja who would never take a bath for a year at least. And he was reported to me. And when I asked him, why don't you take bath? He said, I'm detached. So I said, you better go and live Himalayas with this detachment. You see, others are feeling attached. Others are feeling it impossible to live with you. You have to be kind to others. You have to be neat and clean. It's a very simple thing that I have to tell you now. All these are the signs of inner cleanliness. So we come to the subtler side. And the subtler side of Sahaja Yoga is extremely simple. Is compassion, is forgiveness, is love. But the greatest of all is a service to God. We are doing the work of God. How can we be tired? How can we be unhappy? The dynamic is flowing through us. That compassion is so fulfilling. That love is so beautifying. That how can we not do it? We should run to do it. But we have to know that this love has a tremendous urge within itself. For example, if you love someone, if you have a child, how worried you are about that child, how much you work for that child. If the compassion is manifested, you will see the whole world is created out of that. God has created this universe, this world, and you people out of His compassion only, just His compassion. Somebody asked me one day, why did He take this headache upon Himself? This headache is so nice. It's such a beautiful burden. Because there are so many possibilities. So one has to be optimistic. But you will realize that when you are optimistic, you give lectures to others, but not to yourself, that I have to be optimistic of improving myself. Optimistic in my own love. It's so rewarding. It's so joy-giving. Such people come up very fast. Their kundalini rises very fast. They don't use Sahaja Yoga for fulfilling their ego, but they use Sahaja Yoga for fulfilling their spiritual ascent. It depends on how you want to use it. So today, on this day of Ashtami, which is a very powerful day, you assume that power within yourself, that I can fight all these horrible diseases within myself, and for others I'll have compassion and love. I will have, not others. This is the point we miss always. They think mother is giving lecture to another, not to me. And that compassion will bring forth the beauty of Sahaja Yoga. There are certain divine laws, and you cannot cross them. If you cross them, I cannot help you at all. Now if you say that I put chilies in my eyes, they should not burn, I can't help you. Whatever are divine laws, you must follow them. Funny people. But in God's realm, everywhere the same law. Whether you are France or England or India, same law. Whether on this earth or on moon or on the Jupiter, same laws. Whether in human beings, animals or nature, same laws. But you know the law. You are the drivers. So you have to be careful. If driver does not know the driving laws, God save the passengers. So one must know these are the laws of divine, that we have to live with self-respect, that we have to be chaste, that we have to have dignity, that we cannot steal things and steal money and parasites, that we cannot kill others and we cannot beat others and say harsh things. They are just the same. And that we have respect, the respect for all that is sublime, respect for all the saints that are Sahajogis, and respect for the leaders who represent your mother. With all this, we are very different people. We are a different race. We are virtuous, we are righteous, and we are proud to be that way. We are sure of everything. We know about everything. And we are personified, or we are personification of compassion, of love, of God. That's what we are. We are not ordinary people. I asked a child, who is your friend? She said, only one. I said, why? Because she is a Sahajogini. The rest are all ordinary people. What about the teacher? Very ordinary. And what about your headmistress? She is absolutely ordinary. Then I showed her the photograph of the Prime Minister She looked at it and she was quite surprised. She said, "This one is even more ordinary than my headmistress." She said with great, disgust, "Mother, why do you keep such photographs with you?" That's what we are. The children understand more than us, is it? Because our brain is against us perhaps sometimes. Overdeveloped brain. So as yesterday I saw many people having Ekadasha, I was surprised. So I told them, just say, "Mother, you be in my head." Because I have no intelligence. I am too simple. You should all become simple like me. Absolutely simple person. That's very effective. Today is the 8th day of the Devi Puja. And on this day, the power of Kali acts, and she is the one called as Samhara Kali, meaning the one who destroys all the evil forces. So it is a very good day that we have a puja here in England. I'm very happy about it. The word Kalaki actually is an abbreviation of the word Nishkalank. Nishkalank means the same as my name is, which means Nirmala. That it is spotlessly clean. Something that is spotlessly clean is Nishkalank, without any spots on. Now, this incarnation has been described in many Puranas, will be coming on this earth on a white horse. In a village of Sambhalpur, they call it, Sambhalpur. It's very interesting how people take everything so literally. The word Sambhal means, Bhala is his forehead, Sambhal means at that stage. That means Kalaki is situated on your Bhal. Bhal is the forehead. And here he is going to be born. That is the real meaning of the word Sambhalpur. In between Jesus Christ and his destroying incarnation of Mahavishnu, called as Kalaki, there is a time given to human beings to rectify themselves, for them to enter into the kingdom of God, which in the Bible is called as last judgment. That you will be judged, all of you will be judged on this earth. The population of the world is the maximum, they say, because practically all those who had aspirations to enter into the kingdom of God are born in the modern times and are going to be born very soon. This is the most important time because Sahaja Yoga is the last judgment. It is fantastic to hear this, but that's a fact and it's the truth. Though you can understand that mother's love makes it very easy for you to get to your realization, and that the whole story of last judgment, which looks such a horrifying experience, has been made very beautiful and very tender and delicate and doesn't disturb you. But this is the last judgment, I tell you, and you all are going to be judged through Sahaja Yoga whether you can enter into the kingdom God or not. I have to warn all the Sahaja Yogis who are here, because Sahaja Yoga is the last judgment. Not only that you will be judged that you are entering into the kingdom of God, that you become the citizens of God is correct, but apart from that, that you are capable of being there, whether you have the complete surrendering and understanding of divine laws. Even if you are belonging to, say, India and a citizen of India, but if you do
mistakes, and if you commit criminal laws, you will be punished even then. So even if you become the citizen of God, you have to be very, very careful about it. The second thing I would like to tell you is about the destroying powers of Kalki. Today's lecture is going to be very sharp for you because the incarnation that you have asked me to speak on is a very sharp one. It's the sharpest of all. We had, say, Krishna's incarnation when he had Hanana Shakti. He has killed Kamsa, he has killed so many Rakshasas, you know, as child also, he has killed Putana and so many people. But he had Leela also. He had love. And he did give concessions to people. He forgave people also. But Christ, who is the embodiment of forgiveness of Christ is nothing but is the power of sustenance within him. If he explodes, the whole forgiveness can come on us as a big disaster if we are not able to understand the value of his forgiveness. He has said very clearly that anything said against me will be tolerated. But a word against Holy Ghost won't be tolerated. He has clearly said it. And now you have to understand that. Holy Ghost is Adi Shakti. One has to understand that such an incarnation is imminent. And Krishna's powers are given to him which are only Hanana Shakti. Brahmadeva's powers which are only Hanana Shakti are given to him. Shiva's powers which are just Hanana Shakti, the part of it which is a Tandava, is given to him. Then Bhairava's Shakti, which is also, you know what Bhairava has got a symbol of killing, is a big sword-like thing. And also Ganesha's Parasha, and also Hanumana's all Navasiddhis which are going to destroy are given to him. All Buddha's forgiveness and Mahavira's Ahimsa is going to turn upside down. All these 11 powers are going to come on top of us when we will be finished with Sahaja Yoga, when we will be absolutely sorted out and the last killing will be done by him. I wish it was just a killing. It is not going to be ordinary Hanana like even Devi has done. Because Devi has killed all these Rakshasas thousands of years back, but they are back in the seat again, all these Rakshasas. Now the problem is very different at the present moment, which you should try to understand. That in the olden days, till the Krishna's time, when he says that yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, vinashaya cha dushkrutam paritranaya cha sadhunam. These two words we must understand. To destroy the dushkrutam means the cruel people or the negative forces, and to save the saints. Sambhavami yuge yuge. I am going to come again and again. But the problem of the Kali Yuga is that there is no pure and simple person as a sadhu or as a Rakshasa. So many Rakshasas have entered into your brains. You side with so many people who are wrong, who are doing wrong, who are doing all kinds of wrong things in the name of politics, in the name of religion, in the name of progress and education and all that. Once you are sided with them, then they are in your brain. They are within you. And when they are within you, how to destroy the Dushkritams? They are within you. You may be a good person, but you may be destroyed because of having them in your heads. So there is no hard and fast rule as to say who is a real negative and who is a real positive. Only the Sahaja Yoga is going to cleanse you and make you absolutely positively good people and religious people. This is the only way, because your Ankura, when it starts giving you realization, you feel yourself, and with that self, you know that you are yourself and not this mirage. You start enjoying that self. Once you start enjoying it, you give up all these things that make you compromise and make you a horribly mixed up person. All this confusion can go away. So it is essential that we should take to Sahaja Yoga in the most dedicated manner and redeem ourselves of our all wrongdoings and also others whom we know. And this is the only thing that we can give to our friends, relations, and all the world around. People invite others for dinners, have drinks, this, that. What do you give them? Nothing. They will give presents on a birthday, they'll go around and give garlands and exchange good wishes and everything. In London, when there's a Christmas day, the cards pile up to such an extent that no letter can be sent for 10 days before Christmas. And where is Christ? On the day when Christ is born, they'll go in for a champagne. Such foolish people, even somebody dies, they'll go for a champagne. Champagne is their religion now. And whiskey is their kundalini. They cannot understand God. How can they, when they have made God according to their own conception of falsehood? As a mother, I have to warn you, be careful. Do not play about with yourself. Do not go down, but come up, and come up. I am here to help you. I am here to work for you day and night, that you know I work very hard for you. I'll spare no efforts to help you and do everything that is possible to make you all right, to pass this examination of last judgment. But you have to cooperate with me, and you have to go headlong about it and devote most of your time for Sahaja Yoga and for imbibing all that is great and noble. Kalki is a very big subject, and if you see the Kalki Purana is such a big book, of course, a lot of trash is also in there. But when is the time coming? If people say, we'll say this is a living process, when the work will be finished, when we will see that there's no more chance of having any more people in this line, Kalki will come down. Let us see how many come in, but there is a limit also of that. So I would request you to go out, call your friends, call your relations, call your neighbors, all of them. Tomorrow is the last day of my program here of Navaratri, where we are going to have a little felicitation from the mother. To me, the greatest felicitations will be when in this Bombay, I will find more people realize taking to Sahaja Yoga seriously. And after coming to Sahaja Yoga, not to indulge in backbiting and small petty-mindedness and getting angry with each other, but being sensible and wise. It is most surprising those who are supposed to be the cream of the nation, the most sophisticated people, are so petty-minded and useless. I have to tell you these things because of the immediate emergency that is coming forward before me. And I am only praying that it should not be in Bombay that it should start. Bombay had gone into the verge, if you remember, the day when Rajesh Shah phoned me that, Mother, what about rain, what about rain, what about rain? I wouldn't answer him till he said, Mother, I know you are angry with Bombay people, but still forgive them, answer them. And that is the night when you started getting all this rain. Next calamity, beware of it. I have to tell all Bombay people, every time I come back, I find this kind of a nonsense of these Sahaja Yogis, getting after one man somewhere and getting lost. And the another thing is that Bombay people are still most unaware of what is going to fall into them. Most unaware how they are made from amoeba to prestige. What God has done for them and what they have to do for God. It's a very, very sad affair, extremely sad for the whole of the country because people try to follow this Bombay. There are so many people who would like to follow an actor and an actress than to follow God. This is the trouble with our superficial temperaments. I have to say that we have tomorrow a very good program, and also a book has been written, The Advent, by Gregor de Calibert Matten, who is a son of a baron and a Swiss boy. And when he came to me, I could see clearly that he's a seeker. Though he was a gone case, he was like a schizophrenic person. Absolutely a gone case, but I could see in him that there's a big seeker within him. And I had to work hard with him for a year to bring him around to his normal senses. But when there is not even seeking within you, and when you go that astray, what is going to happen to you? I don't know. So be careful. Be very, very careful. Today is the day of warning you because you have asked me to talk about Kalaki. He is placed on our forehead. When the Kalaki is caught up, the chakra of Kalaki is caught up, the whole of Buddha on top goes out of order. In the Kundalini awakening, we find that the Murdha is all out of order, it doesn't rise. The whole head becomes a blockade. Such people do not allow the Kundalini to rise above the, we can say, the Hamsa chakra. At the most, they might try to raise up to Agya, but the Kundalini falls down. Of course, one of the reasons, as I said, that if you put your forehead before wrong gurus, also you suffer. But too much thinking also creates a problem on the right-hand side here, and one of the aspects of Kalaki gets spoiled, and there is an imbalance created on this side. The whole forehead, if it is full of lots of bumps, then one must know that the Kalaki chakra is out of order. If the Kalaki chakra is out of order, the person is about to go into some sort of a very bad calamity. Is a sign of a person who is going to get. When the Kalaki chakra is caught up, all your fingers start burning. On the hands and on the palm, sometimes even in the body, you get terrible burning. A person's Kalaki chakra catching means he might be down with a horrible disease like cancer, maybe leprosy, maybe any such diseases, or maybe that he is about to collapse into some sort of a calamity. So Kalaki chakra must be kept all right in balance. At least there are 11 sub-chakras of the Kalaki chakra. And out of them, at least try to keep some of them alive so that others can be rescued. But if all the chakras are ruined, then it is very difficult to give you realization. What is the thing one should do to keep your Kalaki all right? To keep your Kalaki all right, you must have that awe for God. If you do not have awe for God, if you are not afraid of God, if you are not afraid that if you do wrong, He is there with His wrath, and that He is a wrathful God, and that He is full of poison for us if we try to do anything wrong, if there is no fear of that. Not that it is to be hidden from me or from anybody else, but not you yourself know that you are doing wrong. If you are doing something wrong and you know in your hearts of hearts that I am doing something wrong, please don't do it. Otherwise your Kalki will go out. When you have that awe for God and you know that God is all pervading, He is all powerful, He has powers to raise us to this state of higher being, and also He has power to bestow all the blessings that He had. He is the most compassionate God, or we can say the most compassionate Father that one can think of. But in the same way, He has a wrath. And that wrath, when falls upon you, be very, very careful. As a mother, I have to warn, be careful about the wrath of your father. Because if he comes on you with that wrath, nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. And the compassion of mother also will not be listened to. Because he may say that you have spoiled your children by giving them too much looseness. So I have to tell you that please don't do anything that is wrong, and do not make me feel bad about it, because for a mother it is very difficult to tell these things. It's very hard for a mother who has a tender heart and a kind heart for you to say all these things. But I have to request you that don't play about, because your father is full of wrath and he can punish you if you do anything wrong. But if you do anything for him or for your own being, for in your self-realization, you will be placed in the highest position. Today you may be the biggest millionaire, you may be the richest man, you may be the greatest political leader, you may be the prime minister and all that nonsense. In the presence of God, those who are dear to God will be placed at the highest positions, and not all these worldly things which look so interesting and enchanting to you. The most important thing, where are you as far as God is concerned? That relation you must establish by first finding out yourself, your Atma, through Sahaja Yoga, and then relating yourself to that. May God bless you all. Now we